Have you ever stopped to ponder the peculiar state of our universe? It's like we're living in the most extravagant cosmic inn where everything seems to be just right. Welcome to the Goldilocks theory, a eye-opening concept that's going to tickle your mind and leave you wondering if your dimension is truly the perfect fit. Now, buckle up for this cosmic ride as we dive into the Goldilocks theory. What if the dimension we are really in is just right for you and I? This is Knockout Thoughts of the Day, where I pose a question or simply a thought to invoke deep thought into you and who you are. When I first stumbled upon this Goldilocks theory, I was like, ooh, that's a tough one. Of course, my mind started playing around with this idea. Is it really that hard to find the sweet spot in the cosmos? Now, I'm sure you remember Goldilocks, the girl who ventured into the three bears' house. Yeah. You remember that she discovered some things were too big and others were too small. One porridge was too hot and one too cold. But eventually she found what was just right for her. Our universe seems to follow a similar principle. I mean, think about it. Not too hot, not too cold, not too vast, not too cramped. Is striking the perfect balance that allows life to flourish. Imagine a world where the laws of physics were slightly altered. Maybe stars would burn out too quickly, or galaxies might never even form. We might freeze in a perpetual ice age or vaporize under unrelenting heat. The Goldilocks theory is our cosmic fairy tale, where the conditions for life are so delicately balanced that it's as if the universe was handcrafted just for us. Now, that's all on the macrocosm, right? The things that just are, the bigger out there. The sun comes up every morning and sets in the evening. But what about the macrocosm? You know, the right here in front of my face stuff. Now, I'll bet your first thought as I introduce this is, well, my life isn't just right for me. All right. I hear you. I don't like it here. Life is hard. I've got too much on my plate. I'm battling this, or these challenges are kicking my butt. Did you ever think that maybe you set it up this way? Oh, don't come for me. I know sometimes life in itself is hard. I know this. And I know sometimes hearing that, oh, you set it up this way can be so very tough to hear. I mean, especially with the things that we battle and some of the challenges we face in our day-to-day human experience. The first time I heard a person really give me this, oh, so mind-opening twist of a question, I wasn't ready to hear it. I was like, what? What in the world do you mean I created this? Why would I do that? I am in the middle of this just right for me reality. You're crazy, lady. And she also posed the question of, now, why would you go and create that for yourself? I wanted to scream. I didn't get it. I didn't understand. And it shook something inside of me, like it infuriated me. Like, that's absolutely ridiculous. It shook something. as it was meant to, I suppose. Why in the world would I create this chaos that was unfolded in my life at the time that was supposedly just right for me in that moment? And now I can look back on that chaos and I can see how, oh, so clever I was in all of that setup. And I'll bet that even though you might not like hearing it, there is something somewhere inside of you, somewhere. There is this knowing that the challenges and the lessons and the battles are actually helping you to grow. That this just right chaotic soup you're swimming in is the perfect temperature for you, at least for right now. Whoa. What? You mean all of this actually working in my favor? And as we contemplate the Goldilocks theory, let's pose a question that invites us to dive into the depths of our thoughts. What if we're not just lucky, but also responsible for this creation? We get to explore this just right for me dimension and all of its different facets. Why? Well, to evolve. And what if as you evolved, you actually were catapulted into another just right for you circumstance, experience, dimension, time, or space? What if you actually are responsible all along for this just right space you are in? Would that mean that you are creating also as you go along, as you grow? Now, is this the reason that we have so much debate, agreement, and disagreement with things like the Mandela effects? Oh, that's going to be a whole other topic. That's one of those things I'll definitely be journeying into the beyond on. So if you're into that kind of thing and want to take a mystical trip into the unknown, make sure you check out my other show. Yeah, Journey into the Beyond. So yes, what would you do differently now if you were actually responsible for the creation of the space you are in? Would you acknowledge the creator you are and make some just right for you changes? Would you find yourself being grateful for where you are now? Maybe you would recognize the vibration in which you are aligned to and see for the first time that this is actually how you are creating. I mean, think of it this way. You have this electromagnetic field around you. Everyone does. And in this field are magnets that will pull to you the experiences you require at that time. Now, why do you require them? I mean, that could look so different to every one of you. Whatever is going on inside of you is what, let's say, leaks into this field. Let's say that in the forefront of your mind, you're saying, I'm rich. But inside, you actually feel lack. You feel unstable. You feel like your soup is too cold. And guess what winds up in that field rather than the words you are saying? Yep. The feeling of instability, lack, and more cold soup. Emotions are so powerful. Emotions, energy in motion. Remember that. And as they are energy in motion, that gets the field that's around you vibrating and the magnets powered up. So the universe and its field says, oh, this person wants more cold soup. Here you go. Let me serve you this. But we could look at it this way. What will that cold soup teach you? Maybe satisfaction with where you are now. Maybe how to empower yourself to strive for more emotionally. Maybe gratitude. And as you learn, you begin to vibrate new emotions that, yeah, charge up those magnets. You really do create the just right for you moments at, well, any given moment. What if also we were meant to mimic the dimension or space we were in? Maybe the seasons, the stars' alignments at this very moment, the flow of the tide, the intricate pattern of the sun and the moon. What if all of this was embraced and we flowed with the patterns of the dimension that is just right for us? It's just a side thought that is probably much deserving of some deeper thought. What would things begin to flow like in your life if you were to flow with life itself? What if that is a lesson to flow with life itself? It feels like a master key of some sort. Oh, the possibilities. Just flow. I'm hearing that character in Dory, just keep swimming, but with a just keep flowing, just keep flowing. And maybe that too is another major lesson, to be in the just right for you space that you're in and flow. Maybe in that space of flow, you're able to remain neutral with, a frequency of neutrality. What if that opens a door to the space where everything is really, really just right? That flow state seems pretty supercharged. And I feel like saying, what if we were to remain neutral and surrender to the flow? It makes me wonder, what would the universe serve up then? The perfect middle soup that's not too hot nor cold, but one that tantalizes the senses, feels wonderfully pleasing, and is absolutely delicious. Oh, think on that one. It sounds like another master key to me. I want to say too right here that whatever you are going through in your life, no matter what it is, first you will get through it and you will come out on the other side of it. And at some point, you will hold a deep appreciation for the many ways it allowed you to grow. And I hope one day you will understand that it actually was the just right for you soup. You may even find that it was absolutely delicious. Now, as we marvel at the quirkiness of our dimension, we can't help but chuckle at the notion that somewhere out there that might actually be a universe where the bears were too friendly, the porridge way too spicy, or the chairs, too talkative. The challenges too dang hard, maybe multiplied by 5. The people less supportive. The emotions were far too much to bear. Let that soak in. Find a newfound appreciation for where you are, here and now in this space. I know how truly hard it can be to recognize that in the face of our battles. We are just right where we need to be. I know that all too well. And it wasn't long ago that my 6-year-old had open heart surgery. And you can only imagine the fear that resided in my heart, the thoughts that would play in my mind, the what ifs, Looking back now, the whole experience, it gave me an appreciation for life itself. We lived. In ways that I never had, in ways that I had never brought to my children's life. We lived. Life started feeling very rich. We counted every day as a blessing. We filled our hearts with gratitude and the rooms with laughter. And I see that I began to be present with the memories we were creating. I guess my mind was in that state of anything could happen, so I wanted to make each day count for her, for me, for my other daughter, for my family. And so we did, and we still are. It taught me what life could really look like if we allow ourselves to create it. It taught me to face my fears. It taught me how to love deeper in a way that I never thought I could. It allowed for my heart to expand in ways it probably never would had. It was tough. I certainly didn't like the whole experience, but I can truly say it was just right for our experience. And hey, who knows what that challenge is going to lead her, into in the future. What that experience is going to open her up to. I don't know, maybe she'll become a heart surgeon, you know? I mean, through the good and the bad, our universe is fine-tuned. Setting encourages us to really, truly appreciate the beauty and the balance and the rarity of our existence. It beckons us to cherish these fleeting moments, for they really are a cosmic gift, a chance to experience this grand spectacle. So, what if we're not just lucky but also responsible? What if the delicate balance we find ourselves in calls for our stewardship, urging us to preserve and protect this unique cosmic haven? So the next time you gaze at the stars or marvel at a sunrise or a sunset, remember that our universe is no ordinary inn. It's miraculous. It's a miraculous testament to the incredible harmony that surrounds us and the harmony that can be found within us. I think that the Goldilocks theory nudges us to see our lives as a part of, this larger cosmic narrative where each of us plays a vital role in maintaining it in this just right dimension. We are the lucky occupants of a realm where possibilities dance and life flourishes. We are fortunate. We are so fortunate. And I think we need to continue exploring the wonders of this extraordinary universe we call home, and continue to explore the wonders of what you could create. Our existence in this just right dimension is like stumbling upon a party where the music, the ambiance, and the guest list are oh so perfectly aligned. But let's not stop at the amusement. Let's be inspired to create the life we truly want to live, to create the way we want to feel, to flow. Let's not forget that, to flow. So, this is Knockout Thoughts of the Day. Go create something.